There's no question that there's centrifugal forces in play inside Iran. But the question I have for you is, okay, what do you suggest we do?
Well, maybe help it collapse, let it collapse.
And how do we do that?
Difficult question to answer.
I mean, the Israeli solution is to bomb Iran, a massive air offensive involving the United States and Israel against Iran. First of all, I think, if anything, that will cause a rally around the flag effect in Iran, and it will work in exactly opposite the way, in an opposite way from the one you're describing. But furthermore, when you get into the business of social engineering on the foreign policy front, Freddie, you invariably get yourself into huge trouble. You want to remember, we tried to do social engineering in Afghanistan. How well did that work out? We tried to do social engineering in Iraq. How well did that work out? We tried to do social engineering in Libya. How well did that work out? I could go on and on.
Vietnam.
I've learned that Vietnam, exactly. You know, I cut my teeth on Vietnam. I was in the American military from 1965 to 1975, which was coterminous with the Vietnam War. Uh, and I learned in those years that you want to stay out of places like Vietnam. If you think you can go into countries like Vietnam, Iraq, Afghanistan, and do social engineering, you're going to get yourself into one well of a lot of trouble. And I would note to you, Freddie, the Soviets went into Afghanistan before we went in. And that did not work out very well. And the British were in Afghanistan before the Soviets, and that did not work out very well. And the French were in Vietnam before we were in there, and that did not work out very well. And oh, by the way, after we left Vietnam in 1975 and 1979, the Chinese invaded Vietnam, and they got their snouts whacked. You want to stay out of these countries. You don't want to get involved in social engineering. And you certainly don't want to get involved in social engineering at the end of a rifle barrel. I think that Trump's basic instincts on foreign policy, the issues that I know about and care about deeply, are correct. His instincts are correct. It's the execution where you run into big trouble. Uh, and execution is terribly important, Freddie, in large part because these are incredibly complicated problems. I mean, one of Trump's fundamental mistakes to start with this time around was that he thought that he could deal with the problems rather easily. If you listen to him talk about Ukraine, he thought that he could come in and he could shut down the Ukraine war in a day or two.